Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, January 19th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. So right off the bat, NQ is making higher highs in the maintenance session. Now, a lot of people don't use the maintenance session. I don't think you could ignore that, okay, if we don't take that out going forward. All right? So for me, whatever the maintenance high would be, if we don't take it out come pre-market on Monday or Sunday night and regular trading hours, I would use it. ES got close but did not yet. Okay, pretty historic day today. We have all-time highs in ES, SPY finally, NQ, triple Q, and the Dow. So if you traded history today, my friends. Pretty awesome. The volume, 107 million. So right now it's the second heaviest of the year. Nothing great, but good. And we'll see. I don't know if we'll do over 123 million, which is our highest of the year so far. We all go out with trend days to the upside. That price spike yesterday proved to be incredibly powerful, right? We filled our gap today. NQ held theirs again. So NQ's held their two gaps from the last 2 days. We're 0 for 2 on gaps up. But we are at least holding the trend day up. So we're 2 out of 10 so far on that. 0 for 6 on trend days down. We'll go over all of these indices charts. But again, one of the big things in my trading room is education and to keep people out of trouble. And I can't imagine how many accounts got blown to smithereens today as everybody kept trying to pick tops. Okay? It's one of the main things we do in our room is to tell people why. We one time framed up all day until K period, and we took out J's low by 2 points. That's the only pullback we had all day. 2 points. That's it. We missed the overnight low, which is 16 wide by a tick. I'm carrying that forward. So it was still very mechanical, but boy, oh boy, were the bulls in control. Now again, as those of you who follow me on here regularly know, I struggle with these type of days, especially in the afternoon. I had a fantastic morning. Fantastic morning. We'll go over that in a sec. Let's go over first the recap real quickly. Righty goes out with a trend day. They got both overnights, and they're still balanced on the daily. Again, we'll go over all these charts because they're down in the weekly. NQ goes out with a trend day and an all-time high and new all-time highs right now in the maintenance session. We go out with a trend day and an all-time high. So far, we have not made a new high in the maintenance period in ES. Okay? So look at all the volume up here. And they packed in volume late in the day. The buyers did not give up at all. So early on, I told the room, look, yep, we filled the gap, but we couldn't even get the 16 wide POC, still have the price probe and the price spike. Those are real relevant points. If you can't get those, just because we filled the gap, nothing changed. And all they did is fill the gap. So in ES, I was long in A period against, initially against the overnight halfback, then again when we pulled down. The ebb and flow long worked very nicely. So in ES, A period did well. C period, I absolutely crushed it in NQ with the ebb and flow trade. Okay? They were just, I didn't do anything in B. B period had some more stupid little things come out with home sales and this and that, and the algos got all frisky, but they never could take out A's low. So it continued one time framing up. C period was an excellent period for me in NQ with the ebb and flow trading. And ebb and flow trading, quite simply, the market, pulling back, they had value, they had gap, they had indices, couldn't get below the opening. They didn't get the overnight high yet, but it was just beautiful ebb and flow trading in C period. Then in D period, I took a long Wait, I'm just looking. I'm saying against the overnight POC. Oh, yeah, the overnight POC is down here. So that was not why I took that long. But I was long in D period in ES. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. I wrote the things wrong. A periods long was against the overnight POC. D periods long was against the overnight halfback. I had it reversed. I wrote it down wrong. So those are two very visual points. So that was D period. E period, I took a long in ES when it pulled back because even though we weren't holding trend, we're one time framing up. Did well on that. Then I had lunch in F, and then the market exploded again. Okay? I didn't participate nearly as much as I should have. I did long NQ and I period, and I longed NQ and J period. But nothing compared to what this market was doing to the upside. Again, that's something I'm continually working on. But again, fantastic day because really smacked them around in C period and NQ and D period and ES. Did very, very well on those and had a very good week overall also. So, that's the trading. Let's go to our destinations and then let's go over these charts. Because I want to show you something for people who still, are looking for tops. SPY's high is 482.47, all-time high. Then we have three sets of single prints, 481.32 to 481, 480.94 to 20, and the third set is 479.52 to 51, and today's low is 476.94. ES, 74.25, all-time high. Downside, singles, 59.50 to 56.75. Second set, 55.75 to 48.50, and the third set, 43.25 to 41, and today's low of 15, which is weak against the 16-wide overnight POC of 14.75, which I carry forward. Now, let's go to these charts, because a lot to talk about here. So we're going to start with Russell. Russell is still by far the weakest, right? We know that. Again, I want Russell to take out December's high to call the day monthly up. Plain and simple. I know we've gone $40 to the upside, but to me it's still all one big balance for 23 months or whatever the heck it is. Let them prove to me they can get acceptance now above December's high. They're now $13 below it, and I'll give them their due and call the monthly up. So still balance. The weekly's down. It's a nice finish to the week with this little hammer, but they need to stop that, right? So they need to take out this week's high to put it back into balance. Because right now the weekly is down in IWM and righty. And the daily is balance, right? I'm using Tuesday's high as my balance high. And Wednesday's low is the balance low. They're stuck below the 20, but above the 50. So if you're a bull, you want to see righty take out Tuesday's high and go up in the daily and take out the weekly high, which is Tuesday's high, and come back to balance. Okay? So they're balanced in two time frames, monthly and daily, but they're down on the weekly. Now, triple Qs. Up. One time frame and up 3 months, they are in uncharted territory. 421.34 is their all-time high, but they're trading higher than that, as you can see here in extended hours. So again, the all-time high in both NQ and triple Q is still in the overnight. I don't care if it's maintenance. It's the overnight. Keep in mind, the NASDAQ composite is still 900 points off its all-time high. This is just the NDX and the Qs that are, and NQ that are making all-time highs. But the monthly is higher. The weekly is higher. We explode out of a 4 or 5 week balance to the upside. Up. So monthly up, weekly up, and daily up. Right? We went up yesterday. 2 gaps. Boom. So we went bull balance, actually called it down for a day, back to balance yesterday, and then boom up to the upside. So all 3 time frames are up. Should you be looking to pick tops when all 3 time frames are up? I wouldn't. Right? It's just me, but I wouldn't. Now, let's go to SPY, NES. We had an inside year last year. We talk about inside weeks, months, days, time frames. Well, inside year is as big as it gets, right? Now, again, that's going to be a very tough one to figure out because it's a whole year. But for now, we're breaking out of an inside year to the upside. Again, do you want to start shorting that? I don't. So the monthly is up one time frame and up 3 months. The weekly came out of a 4-week balance up. So we one time framed up 9 weeks, pulled back 1 week and back to balance and then up. So after a 4-week balance, firmly up again. Do you want to short that? I don't. Daily, up. Went up, balance, down on Wednesday, finished with a nice little hammer. Thursday, back to balance. Friday, back to up. Markets don't go bull bear. So for everybody looking to pick a top, remember that. Just look at this weekly. This weekly didn't go bear. This weekly went balance, right? Initially, we were using this week's low as the balance low, but then last week, because it was high, I said, okay, I'm going to use the week of January 1st as my weekly balance. Well, how did we come out of that balance? We didn't come out of it bear. We came out of it bull. You're always going to have time. Who cares about picking a top? Wouldn't you rather have more confirmation? I'd rather miss the top by $10, but have more confirmation and get $40 on a down move if you're a swing trader. I can't imagine how many accounts blew up today. The one last point I want to leave you with is my room had a pretty good day. Kept them out of trouble. But a lot of people were still kind of down because the market had a tremendous move and they don't feel they participated enough. I don't feel I did well in the second, in the afternoon. But what I try to tell the room is this. It's the money you keep, not the money you make. That's number one. Number two, if you had a green day, great. The people that social media is an absolute evil when it comes to a lot of things, but especially for trading. Because for every trader that's telling you they killed it, number one, they're lying. Okay, the majority are lying. For everyone that's telling the truth, there's 100 lying. And again, I guarantee you, more accounts blew up today than did well today. It's human nature. People are going to try to pick tops when they're uneducated. Now, I might not have participated as much as I wanted to, but I can tell you one thing. You notice any of my trades today? Not one looked for a short. Not one. They were all longs. So please don't give yourself a break if you didn't participate, and pat yourself on the back if you made money and didn't get caught on the short side. This is what the trading room is all about. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.